Hi class, happy Monday math lesson. Let's get started. So today is the first day we're ever doing shapes. So another way to say that is geometry. So the next couple weeks we're going to be doing all different things with shapes and it's going to be fun. So to start it off though, we're just going to talk about shapes and their attributes, which you're going to find out what that means after this. But first, let's see what our learning target is for today so you guys know what your end goal is. It's up here and repeat after me. I can recognize 2D shapes and their attributes. Your turn. Very good. So in that learning target, you might have heard some words that are tricky or that you've never heard before. So before we find out our success criteria, we are going to go over what some of those words up here were that you might have not known. So first, 2D shapes. So you've probably seen these shapes before, but you just call them shapes. They're specifically called 2D shapes. A 2D shape is any shape that is flat and it's not thick, so it's not 3D, it's just a 2D shape. These are the types of shapes we're going to be talking about all this week, and next week we're going to be doing different types. So we're going to be focusing on 2D shapes, flat shapes that aren't thick. And the other word you might have heard in our learning target that you might not know is the word attribute. Everybody say attribute. Very good. An attribute is just a fancy way to say a specific part of something. So it's an attribute of a shape. Okay, so if we were talking about how many sides a shape has, which we're going to talk about next, those are part of its attributes, a specific part of the shape. Okay, so we're going to be recognizing 2D shapes by their name, what they're called, and their attributes, so the parts of them. And this is your success criteria right here. Let me undo it from the wall so you can read it. Okay, repeat after Ms. Peterson. So this is how we're going to reach our goal today, and we're starting. I am successful when, good, I can identify a shape by its name. So you can name it. You can look at a shape and you know what it's called, and you can say its name out loud by yourself. I can identify how many sides, vertices, and angles a shape has. Sides, vertices, and angles are all a shape's attributes. We just learned that word. Okay, so let's go over what a side, a vertice, and an angle is, and then we're going to practice on our poster. Okay, so first, a side, I have my handy dandy helper. A side is the straight line that's building the shape. So let's count how many sides this shape has, and we're going to name it. Everyone knows its name. Say the name of the shape. Very good. You know that. It's a square. Let's count how many sides the square has. Ready? We're counting together. 1, 2, because it's a straight line. 3, and 4. This shape is a square, and it has 4 sides. So a side is the straight lines building a shape, and they're always connected to each other. Good. And the next word we're going to go over is the word angle. Angle. Repeat after me. Angle. Excellent. An angle is the point where two sides meet. Okay, so here's an angle. This is an angle. An angle, because the two sides are meeting. Let's count how many angles this shape has. This shape is called a rhombus. Everybody say rhombus. Very good. Let's count how many angles this rhombus has together. Ready? Begin. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So it has 4 sides and also 4 angles. Fabulous. And the last math vocab word we're going to go over today is the word vertex. Everybody say vertex. Excellent. A vertex is just a fancy way to say the point where two sides meet. So a lot of times kids get this confused with an angle. They're two different things. Okay, sometimes you count in the same spot, but they're two different things. So it's the point. Point, point. See the pointy edges? Point, point. It's the point where the two sides meet. Let's count how many vertex. And when you say more than one vertex, it's called a vertices. So if there's two or more, you say it has two vertices. You don't say vertexes. It's vertice. But if there's just one, you say vertex. Okay? But I already see more than one on this shape, and this shape is called a pentagon. Everybody say pentagon. Very good. We're going to count how many vertices are on this pentagon because I already see more than one, so we don't say vertex. We're going to count the vertices. Ready? Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 vertices. So it's the point where the two sides meet. Very good. Now for practice, we are going to practice together on our poster. Okay, we're going to practice. So our goal was to name the 2D shapes by their names. So I have the names up here to go over with you guys. And the other part of our goal was to name their attributes. So how many sides, how many angles, and how many vertices, the points. So we're going to do that together. And then we're going to, at the end, after we do it together, we're going to go over what your practice sheet for today looks like. Okay, so the first shape, these are all 2D, remember that. So these are flat 2D, means they're flat and they're not thick, okay? These are all 2D shapes. The first one is called a triangle. Everybody say triangle. Very good. We're going to count the sides, angles, and vertices together, and I'm going to record it on our poster. Okay, let's count the sides. Remember, a side is a straight line that builds the shape. Let's count the sides. Ready? Begin. 1, 2, 3. How many sides? 3, because we just counted them. I'm going to put 3 sides. Let's count the vertices next. So that's the points where the sides meet. Let's do it. Ready? Do it with me. Begin. 1, 2, 3. How many vertices, everybody? Very good. You just said 3. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I'm going to put 3V for short. We know that stands for vertice. And last but not least, let's count the angles. So remember, angles look similar to the vertices. You count them in the same spot, but they're two different things. It's the area where the sides meet. I'm going to draw the angles first before we count them. Okay. See how, Miss Peterson, the two sides are meeting right there, but the inside area, that is, let me take it off so you can see what I did. The inside area is the angle. See how I drew the 3 angles? Oops, I said it. We're going to still count them together. 1, we're going to count the angles. 2, 3. 1 angle, a second angle, and the third angle. So there's 3 sides, 3 angles, and 3 vertices in a triangle. 3, 3, and 3. So I'm going to put 3A, short for angle. Okay, and we're going to do that for the rest of them together. Okay, so this next polygon is called a square. Let's see if we get closer. Hold on. I think that's closer. Okay, that's as close. I'm going to squish against the wall. Okay, this is called a square. You guys already knew that because you guys are smarties. Let's count the sides together. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So 4 sides, I'm going to put 4S. Now let's count the vertices, which are the points where the two sides meet. Let's count the vertices. Ready? Begin. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. For V, short for vertice. And last but not least, let's count the angles. But I'm going to draw the angles first so you can see how it's different than a vertice. Okay, so here's two sides. They're meeting. The area where they meet is the angle. So one angle, a second angle, a third angle, and a fourth angle. Oh, what is this? Hold up. Okay, so short for angle. Okay, let's do the next 2D shape is a rectangle. It looks very similar to the square, but the difference is, look at the square. All the sides are the exact same length. The rectangle, the top and bottom sides are the same length, but the two sides on the each left and right are shorter than these two. So it's a longer shape. So that's how you can tell the difference between a square and a rectangle. Okay, let's count the sides first. Ready? Begin. Count with me. 1, 2, 3, and 4, because we were counting the straight sides. So we're going to put 4 S for sides. Next, let's count the vertices, the points where the two sides meet. Ready? Begin. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 V's for vertices. And last but not least, let's count the angles. Let me draw them first. Okay, let's count the angles. Ready? Begin. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So the rectangle also has 4 sides, 4 vertices, and 4 angles. Excellent. Next, let's count. We have 3 more 2D shapes, and then I'll show you what you guys are going to be doing. So we're going to be counting. The next shape is called a pentagon, and we saw one on our, we warmed up with our vocab cards. We're going to do it again. Everybody say pentagon. Good, let's count the sides. Ready? Begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So there's 5 sides. We're going to do 5 S for short. Now let's count the vertices, the points. Ready? Begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5 vertices. We're going to do 5 V for short. Now let's count the angles. Let me draw them first. Remember the angles where the two sides meet, the inside area. Count the angles. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. So we had 5 angles. Because 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. 2 more shapes. The next shape is called a hexagon. Everybody say hexagon. Good. A hexagon, I remember this because we're going to learn tomorrow. There's other shapes that look kind of like this, but you need to pay specific attention to how many sides it has. And we're going to count the sides. I'll tell you how I remember what it's called a hexagon. Ready? Let's count the sides. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So it has 6 sides. We're going to do 6 S. And you know how I remember a hexagon is called a hexagon? Because a 6 kind of rhymes with hexagon. They both have an X in them. So that's how I remember that. Okay, now let's count the vertices together. You guys are doing awesome. Ready? Begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So 6 V. And last but not least, let's count the angles where the two sides meet. Let me draw them first. Excellent. Ready? Let's count the angles. Begin. 1, 2, 3, and 6. We're going to do 6 and 4 angles. Last but not least, we saw this shape on our warm-up vocab cards too. It's called a rhombus. Everybody say rhombus. Excellent, rhombus. Okay, let's count the sides first. Together, ready? Begin. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we're going to do 4 S for 4 sides. Now let's count the vertices. Remember, vertices are the points, and some people call them corners, but we need to start calling them vertices. That is the correct name. Ready? Begin. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we're going to do 4 V because there's 4 vertices. Last but not least, let's count the angles. And you know, we always draw them first. On your sheet today, I encourage you to also draw them first because it helps you see them and count them easier and then not lose track. Ready? Count the angles with me. Begin. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. 4A for short for 4 angles. So these are all 2D shapes. So that was part of our goal, to recognize 2D shapes by their names. We name them triangle, square, rectangle, pentagon, hexagon, rhombus. So check on that part of our goal. Let's check the other part of our goal. We need to also recognize their attributes. And we talked about attributes are vertices, attributes are angles, and attributes are sides. Did we count the sides, vertices, and angles of all of these 2D shapes? Yes or no? Yes, that was also part of our goal, so check. And that was our goal for today, to get you guys warmed up and started on the first day of shapes. So we reached our goal. So now, by yourself in the Monday folder, there should be a paper that looks like this. At the top it says 2D shape attributes. And we learned that attributes are the specific parts of a shape, sides, vertices, angles. So what you're going to do is write the name of the shape at the top. And then it says it wants you to count the sides and vertices. And it's not even having you count the angles, but if you want to, you can count the angles and write it at the bottom. And you just there's only one side. Remember, if you don't have a printer, you just look at this on the screen and just copy it down your answers on a separate piece of paper. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So this is what you're doing today to check what you learned and what you know from our lesson, and then I'll see you tomorrow for more shapes and geometry. It's going to be awesome. Okay, so have fun. Send me pictures if you want to with your done completed shapes worksheet. Bye.